Happy birthday, Cancer. You guys look beautiful. You don't look a day over 29. Please excuse the noise. My air went off, and I have to open, excuse me, I had to open my window. And it seems like the minute I opened my window, traffic just came out of nowhere. So I apologize if you hear any loud noises. But we'll get through it, Cancer. We'll get through it. Okay, guys, so for the month of July, and this is for July 2017, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Male, female, same sex, whatever, whoever you love, it doesn't matter. You know, if you were guided here, then you're meant to be here, okay? So for the month of July, I am going to do more like a rapid-fire kind of reading, mainly because I have so much on my plate right now, and I do have a medical procedure coming up, which will put me back a couple days, well, maybe a little bit longer, so I wanted to make sure I got your reading out first for your birthday. Okay, guys, let me just give it a couple more shuffles. So while I'm shuffling, I want to thank you all for your likes, your shares, your comments. God, I love your comments. So interesting. And though I cannot respond, you know, I have to be honest. Well, sometimes I do. If I have time, I do try to sit down and go through all the comments, but I do read everyone. I have them sent to my email, which is probably a mistake and probably why I have thousands of emails, but I do want to read every comment. So I thank you guys, and I thank you always for helping your fellow subscribers, you know, your fellow brothers and sisters who come and maybe are going through something really tough, and your experience can help lighten their way. So thank you for that. And thank you for all the beautiful donations. It truly is what allows me to keep this channel going. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And for anyone who wants a private reading, all the information is right below. Okay? Alright, we're going to get right into your reading. Just let me, just want to give it a couple more shuffles. Again, I apologize about the noise. I can hear trucks out there. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups, Major Arcana, Unity, and a Knight of Fire. So we start with this Ten of Cups, this beautiful energy of really feeling content within our family life. Really within all of our emotions, just not within our family, but within ourselves also. I feel like there are some proposals coming up, and there's some decisions that are going to be, you're going to have to make. Well, it's a yes or no, I suppose, right? So I feel like this is, well, here we go. I was going to say quite a surprise, but I'm kind of blowing it for you. This doesn't have to be a proposal of marriage, by the way. This can just be a proposal of love. But there is, you know, there is an expected response back. And I feel like with the Knight of Fire, it's saying that, you know, even though you may feel pressure to respond immediately, take your time. You know, make sure it's what you want. Yeah, take your time. That's what I feel like. I'm not feeling anything in, you know, where a warning against this proposal. But make sure it's right for you is what I feel. Make sure it's right for you. So this is July. Well, this is the end of June that I'm shooting this, but this is for July. So I feel like there has been, of course, there's been graduations. I know that. I feel like this is job offers coming. I feel like this is new opportunities coming in the way you make your money. So for some of you, this is a new, you know, this is a promotion. Or, you know, it's something to do with your financial matters. And it's about chugging on, continuing on. I feel some, you know, you may get this job offer. And it does feel like there is movement with that also. So perhaps you have to move to accept the offer. And if that's the case, I feel, number one, I feel like you will want this job. Because the next thing I want to say is I do feel like you are moving. But it feels like this is exactly what you want. Like you do want this movement. Well, I love the Empress and the Six of Fire together. Because this feels like victory for those who perhaps you've been trying to get pregnant. Or perhaps you're trying to get a business off the ground. You know, ideas that you've had, now you're putting into action. And this is about, you know, nurturing those ideas. And not sitting so long with them. You know what I mean? Like the ideas, the epiphanies come to you. I feel like for many of you, these are opportunities, especially with your own business, something you've been thinking about for a long time. And I love that the Nine of Fire is right above that. Because I feel like that's courage to take your dream and move it into the future. And again, for some of you, this is victory when it comes to love. This could also be talking about, for anyone who, I feel like there's a very few amount who you're dealing with a child who, I don't know, it doesn't, you know, they don't feel sick as in, how do I say it? As in like MS or cancer, that kind of thing. But what I feel like is you're hearing news that there's a possible, like ADHD, that kind of thing. And what I'm being told is do not accept the first diagnosis. Please do not accept the first diagnosis. I feel like you need to look deeper. Because honestly, what I feel like is the doctor is just not really even looking at your child, so to speak, but looking at just the words, you know, like what you're telling the doctor. And they're basing it off of the average. But what I'm being told is your child is not the average. So it feels like a false diagnosis. So I feel like, and I do feel like this is some type of an emotional thing. But I feel also that the solution is within the home. Now, that can mean that maybe the child's not sleeping enough, you know, not rested enough. Perhaps you think they're eating breakfast and they're not. But there's something like within the home, and this is not to put blame on you. This is just something that the child themselves aren't doing, and it's coming across in a different way. You know, it's coming across like a medical condition. But Spirit's very clear here. Like, number one, if perchance your child does have, you know, some type of psychological condition, this is about not accepting that first diagnosis. Because it feels like, what I feel like is this doctor is, you know, yeah, you know, well, you know, I just had 10 kids in the last week and they all had, you know, ADD, and so your child must have the same. Like it's contagious. No. Well, for some of you, here we have, you know, those seeds of intentions that you've been putting into the universe. Those seeds of intention of what it is I want in my life, what it is I need in my life, what I feel that I need to be successful. I feel like your harvest is coming. You know, it's like you planted, I don't know, you planted a seed, and perhaps the seed's a flower. And I feel like, you know, it has developed and it's just ready to break ground. So it's like the fruit of your labor is coming very soon. Stay focused. This is not the time to lose focus, because we have the moon card here too. So I feel like this is saying stay very focused on what it is you want, on what it is you feel like you need to drive your life to the next level. Yeah. So we have the Magician with the Nine of Air. You know, the Nine of Air is all about worry. It's all about expecting the worst, so the worst comes to us. I expect the worst, so it comes to me. You know, I can't sleep at night. And by the way, this could also, you know, I just want to point back, this could be the child too. Your child could be worrying about something that you don't know about. But I feel like if you ask them in the right, you know, at the right, I hate to say at the right time, but I feel like within the right setting, I feel like they will open up to you and you are going to help them really move beyond this. It's a blessing, honestly. For others of you, you've been worried. You know, this is like worrying about, am I going to be successful in this new business? You know, worrying about, am I going to be happy within this new relationship? You know, this new commitment. And with the Magician here, it's like, yes, you're ready for this. You know, this is what you've been trying to manifest in your life. And yes, there's fear attached to it. But do not let that fear stop you. You know, you've been planting these seeds for too long. You do not want the fear to stop you right when the harvest is about to come. And it's coming, Cancer. Look at that. New start. Gives you a new start. Beautiful. So, a new beginning. You know, a new beginning to follow your dreams. And with Strength here, this is the ability to pull from within when you're feeling fearful. This is, you know, Strength to me is about knowing that strength you have within you, feeling it, trusting in it. So when these new opportunities, sometimes unexpected opportunities come our way, fear is not what stops us. Fear maybe drives us. You know, turn it around and let your fear become your adrenaline to move you forward. So we're beginning a new journey here. Well, again, summits in love. Well, I feel like this is many of you saying yes to this next stage in your relationship. I do feel that there are some going on vacations, and I feel, well, I'm saying vacations, and it may be vacations for some, but for others, I feel like it's little, like quick weekend getaways with this new lover. And I have to tell you, I feel like it's the winning ticket. It's like these little, and it doesn't even have to be a romantic place, because I feel like for some of you, it's camping, which can be quite romantic, by the way. It's like you're going camping for the weekend, but you're growing this love, deep inside. I can tell you this relationship that I'm feeling right now, it's a very pure type of relationship. Like, there doesn't feel like going to the bar is not your thing, nor is it their thing. You'd rather be out in nature. I feel like you've met your kindred spirit. This feels very, very beautiful. Knight of Earth. Two of Earth. So some of you, these job offers are coming, or you are, well, let's just face it. Here in the U.S., it's summer. And, I'm 56, and when I think of summer, I still think of playing, like summer, it's playtime. But, of course, we can't do that. Not always. But that's the energy I'm feeling like. I want to go play. I don't want to work. And the energy here is saying, listen, it's time to really buckle down and get things done. Honor the commitments you've already made as it relates to your material life, okay? It is about balancing both. Honor your commitments at work and then go have fun. So it's a beautiful balance here. Well, we have a king and a queen here. We have a queen of fire and the king of waters, king of cups. Two totally different energies, but kind of beautiful together. Okay, well, for someone out there, I can tell you that you just met this person. I feel like I'm at a circus or a fair. Maybe it's a fair. But it's like this bright lights and, yeah, it feels more like a fair. Or you haven't met this person yet, but if you're going to a fair or a festival, that's what I meant to say. It's like a festival. It could be a music festival. It could be, for the family, that kind of thing. But listen, there's someone going to be meeting someone at a festival. And you are opposites, but you're beautiful opposites. I also feel that there's a few of you who do a lot of charity work. It feels like with, feels like teens. Doesn't really feel like young children. It feels more like teens. Like brothers, the brothers and sisters, or big brothers and big sisters, that kind of thing. I also feel there that while you're doing this work, you are going to be meeting someone too. I feel like this is your soulmate. This is definitely your soulmate. For some of you, you're stuck in that energy of the past. You know, you are romanticizing the past. And I feel like you are looking at potential people coming into your lives, you know, love interest. And you have this person of the past. And I feel like you hold an unrealistic view of this person. Perhaps you haven't seen this person in a very long time. But I feel like there are good memories. Beautiful memories. But you're not together anymore, and you haven't been together, and it's not even about those, you know, you coming back together. I feel this message is about, okay, so the message is, don't romanticize the past, because the person you're romanticizing about, and you're holding expectations for the people coming in, especially this new person coming in. It's like Spirit saying, if you only knew. If you only knew. So to me, that feels like, you know, here you are romanticizing about this person, and perhaps they didn't turn out so well. You know, more or less Spirit saying, you know, thank your lucky stars that you don't have this person. So don't compare other people to that person. Yeah, because, you know, I have falling in love again. Wedding proposals. I feel like there are a lot of hookups and listen, I just feel like there's a lot of social, well, it's your birthday, right? Wow, okay. Because I feel like there's a lot of social invitations for you guys. I feel for there's a couple of you who, be careful. Sorry. Be careful on your birthday. In the evening, because what I'm seeing is you going to a bar. And you're with your friends, and that's fine, right? But just be careful, because I feel like for some, you are going to overindulge. And when you do that, I see you making a bad choice regarding another person. You know, I'm just going to say it. I feel like you end up going home with someone that you totally regretted in the morning. I see the regret. I feel it. And this is something you would never do if it wasn't for the alcohol. And whatever else you're doing. Because it feels like complete loss of control. And listen, you're going to wake up the next morning and you're going to say, what the hell did I do? So, forewarning. All right, we'll have another couple here. It feels like there's one partner who is trying to control the other. Again, this doesn't feel major. It feels like there just needs to be a real conversation had. You know, I feel like this is about just speaking your mind. But listen, I feel like this is also about action. Like, I feel like they think they have control over you because, I don't know, it almost feels like they go to work and perhaps you don't. But I'm not feeling like it's for a reason you're staying home. So it's almost like they're controlling you because they make the money. That type of thing. But I feel like it's because there needs to be an honest conversation. And perhaps you need to take a little action. Of course, this can be the other way around. Remember that. You know, you could certainly be the person controlling another. On any of these messages, it can be the other way around. But I feel like balance is coming here. You know, balance is coming. I feel like the foundation's going to stay strong. I do feel like I am talking to a married couples. One of you could be an attorney, a judge, a clerk. principal. A sales manager. Wow. Okay. I'm going to shut that off because I have a feeling those could go and go and go. So, anyway, you know, this is just about conversation. Conversation. Being open and honest, okay? Very open and honest. And listen, right off the bat, that gets things moving in the right direction. See a lot of travel for you guys this month. A lot of travel and moving. Moving of the home. Now, this doesn't have to be moving your whole home. For some of you, you may have just graduated college and now you're moving to where you're going to start working. This can also be moving to the town that you are going to start college in. You know, because I'm not necessarily like feeling like you're packing a whole house. But there is movement of where you live, but this is something that is planned and wanted, okay? It's not a surprise. But it is starting a new chapter in your life, so congratulations. So there's some decisions about money. Money, money, money. You know, it's strange because it's your birthday, but I feel like there's other people's hands out asking you for money. Can I borrow money? And I feel like be careful with that. You know, only loan money if you are prepared to lose that money. I'm not saying they won't pay you back, but the energy feels like you got to be prepared. So perhaps it's a child asking you for money. But I feel like it's like if you give it, you might have to be prepared to lose it. Beautiful. So we have this King of Fire here who just entered the reading. And I feel like this is someone brand new. So this person hasn't come in yet. I'm going to say that they are going to enter between July 4th and July 10th for some of you. I see you seeking out something. Listen, maybe you're seeking out to buy a car. And that's where the sales manager comes in. And you're like, hello. But you're out seeking to perhaps purchase something, or you're seeking some type of knowledge. But this isn't like spiritual knowledge, okay? This is something you need. Well, it's something that you need. And I feel like this is how you meet this king. Maybe you're looking for a home. Yeah, because okay, for others, you are searching for that dream home. You're searching for that dream home. You've been searching for that dream home. And I feel like, listen, if you're dealing with the same real estate agent and the day that you go look at this next home, a different agent shows up, know that there's a reason for that, okay? Know that that's been divinely guided. So it's like your agent gets the flu, has to go away, so he asks someone to step in for them. Male or female, it doesn't matter. But it's very clear here, you are going to look at either your dream home, a dream car, that type of thing. And who you expect to show up is not who shows up. And listen, it's beauty after that. Well, it's just not beauty, but it's like, whoa. Sorry. I don't know. I just went, whoa. Okay, so I do feel like as soon as you guys meet, that you are invited afterwards to go have coffee or to go have lunch, something like that, something like, you know, non-committal, but there is, listen, this person has motive behind it. I don't know. It just feels like your soulmate. You know, it's like you locked eyes and you both feel that energy together. And it does feel divinely guided. And it does feel like you're going to have coffee. Beautiful. I'm getting a lot about homes this month. I feel like if you are going through a court of law. Okay. Now I feel like there may be fighting over a home. Could be fighting over children. This is a message to leave your ego out of it. This is a message for you to expect and have the attitude and the energy that everything will work out just the way it's supposed to. Fair for everyone involved. Because it is not just about the two of you, it is also about the children. It is all about the children. So keep that in mind, okay? Because I feel like if the ego can be let down, it is fair for everyone. And everyone stays happy, so to speak. Some of you have been working on your spiritual growth. And some of you have been working on a spiritual-based business, I have to say. And I feel like this business has, like you've already opened it or started it. Let's put it this way, because I'm not sure. It feels like online, but I'm also feeling like a brick and mortar. And I feel like the beginning is, well, kind of feel like you're in the beginning of it, and it's a little rough right now. You know, like I feel like you thought more people would come. But I want to tell you to hang on, because it is going to get better very quickly. So it's almost like the energy you are now, where it's like, oh, I don't have a lot to do. This isn't what I thought, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, it feels like maybe it's through word of mouth, like people just start coming to you. I know that feeling. And then you're like, whoa, I need more time. But you don't. You're ready for this, okay? So I feel like I want to warn you now, you know, have your supplies. Like if you use supplies, have them ordered. You know, set up your business as you expect a lot of people to come. What's that movie? You know, if you build it, they will come, with Kevin Costner. That's what I feel like. You know, how he had no belief. You know, you want me to build a baseball field, you know, in the middle of nowhere. Yes. So he does. And look what happened, if you saw the movie. I can't even think of the name of the movie, but... Alright, so some people just had, I'm going to say water sign. I'm going to say someone, excuse me, a water sign. I feel like this person is here, okay? Because I feel like this person is new. Yet, I feel like there's a lot of struggle. There is a lot of struggle. You know, it's like one step forward, two steps back. I feel like someone is just holding back their emotions. I feel like You know, and this could be you also, you know, where, listen, I just don't feel like this person is trustworthy for you. So it's a bad idea. It was from the get-go. It's a free will choice, and red flags are plentiful. I mean, your room must be covered in red flags. So, you know, be in the present moment so you can, because this is happening right now. And I feel like this person, the sooner you can move from this energy, the better for you. Because I feel like they're putting a real block on not just your creativity, but it's like your sensitivity is being heightened, but not in the best of ways. Okay? Well, you know, I shouldn't say that because it is warning you. But it's up to you to look at those red flags. Yeah, definitely. So I feel like, you know, who I was just talking about, one of the reasons why you're accepting the beginning when it's really it feels very challenging. Feels like very few moments of love and much more infighting, unless you're the type of person who thrives on that type of energy. But for some of you, I feel like you're staying within that because you don't feel like there's anyone else coming. But it's not true. There is someone new. But that's why you're in it. Because you feel, it's almost like you feel like I'd rather have this person than no one. Rethink that. Rethink that. But anyways, I do feel like you end up cutting this person out. And there is a new start for you. So that's good. Well, it ends that feeling of burden. And that's exactly how I would describe that relationship. Burden. I feel like there's a few of you who just had some really pretty tough things happen to you. Like, it feels like real loss, not in a person, but in, like, your material world. You know, like the losing of a home. Or your car being, what do they call that? Boy, I wish you guys could answer me back. You know, when they come and grab your car because you didn't make a payment. But that's not, I don't feel like you're not making payments, okay? It's not that type of energy. It just feels like, okay, for some of you. Okay, all right, so I understand this energy now. So this is more about what Mother Nature has done versus what you have done. So it feels like unexpected. But with that, you know, it's a form of tragedy. I don't feel like you lost anyone you know. Listen, this could be a flood. This could be earthquake. It does feel like Mother Earth at her finest, or I don't know if you'd say her finest, but at her angriest. And it does feel like you've lost a lot. A lot. But I want to tell you that the universe is going to take care of you. It feels like right now, I'm not even sure where I'm at in the world with this. You know, I guess this could be anywhere and everywhere. Because just quickly, my guy just put in my head where one of my friends just told me that he had, I think he said, a foot of water in his basement because of heavy rain. And there was no flood or anything like that. So that's what it feels like. Like I'm losing something because of Mother Nature. But on the flip side of it, whether it's through insurance or funds that are put together, it's like you are made whole again. But there feels like you're made better than before. Because you survived it. You survived. But it just feels like your material items did not. Again, you're being put whole again. Okay, well, some of you thought you were with your soulmate, and you're finding out this is not my soulmate. Or at least they don't want to claim themselves as your soulmate. But I feel like you're understanding that now. I think you understand that they are not your soulmate. Well. So, it's funny. I was just talking about someone not being your soulmate because now I'm getting the message some of you are entering into well, I'm going to say twin flame, twin union. And listen, you hardly ever hear me say that. But I feel for a few of you, it's like, here is the energy, excuse me, here is the energy of your twin. They could be a water sign. Wow, okay. Well, with the star on top of that, this is definitely a twin union. And it does give you the ability to know without it. It's one of those things where I feel like it's almost like I can see the relationship in the future. And there are ups and downs. There are bumps in the road. And I feel like you need to know that because it's still a normal relationship. Okay, so what I mean by that is you still have to deal with the material world, even though you're twins. So it's just, it's like don't have the illusion that everything is just going to be, I don't know, ice cream and roses, There's going to be a few cherry pits in there. But that's just the way it's meant to be. For some of you, it could be an Aquarius. I know you don't want me to move on quickly from this energy, so I just want to see if there's anything else I can get out of that. For a few of you, you may have met this person in June. Like very recently. And you are in, what feels like the honeymoon stage. You're in the celebration stage. And I feel like the Spirit's saying here is you can stay. How you're feeling right now, you can keep that feeling. But just be realistic. Be realistic. There's so much information about twin unions out there, you don't know what to believe. And just remember, it can be tough energy. You're here to teach each other the major soul lessons. You both went on your own paths to gain wisdom, to come back and fulfill the other, so to speak. Well, it's all been about perfect timing. It's all been about universal timing. Again, I want to just warn those who are being asked to loan money. I feel like this is a, like a family member, a friend. I don't feel like it's a business proposal coming to you. It could be. For very few of you, it could be someone coming to you with a new business idea that they have and they are looking for backers. Take your time. Delve into it. Don't just take their word, okay? I'm not saying this person is shady, but what I'm saying is this person is just beginning, so they may not have all the knowledge they need. You know, here, I don't want to tell you, be prepared to lose it, because I would take them to court. You know, because this is business here. Okay, so have everything on paper. Everything on paper. No handshake here. On paper. On paper, signed, and then you can do the handshake. So this is about just protecting yourself. That's all. Being wise. If, you know, maybe you do believe in this new business and you do have the money to invest, well, go for it. I do feel like, you know, listen, I feel like even your wisdom is going to help here too. So it can be more than just money. They may want you to be part of the business in some way. I almost feel, honestly, like you're better being the investor. But the message is have everything written down, contracts, and read those contracts word by word, not paragraph by paragraph, word by word. Well, yeah, because they're going to, you know, the contract that they present you is going to need revision, okay? So that's exactly why Spirit's saying about this contract. Not saying don't do it, but I do feel now that they're going to come to you with a contract of how you're going to do this loan, and I do feel like it's rewritten. Perhaps you're taking it to your attorney. But I feel like right after that, you're fine. Okay, excuse me. Well, Cancer, I feel like some of you are going to be getting some money for your birthday. And listen, if somebody asks you what you want for your birthday and it is money that you need, tell them that. If it's money that you need and you know that someone, you know, I know that's tough, but let's say that you are lacking in groceries, you know, and you barely have enough to feed your children, and you know people are going to buy you gifts. You can say, you know, instead of buying me a shirt, would you mind getting me a gift certificate to the grocery store? You know, that type of thing. Or, you know, instead of buying me an item of clothes, just give me the gift certificate, and then perhaps you go and use that gift certificate on your children, you know. It's just about, you know, gifts are coming your way. But I feel some of you really need the money. That's all. And I feel like if you ask, you know, if you just say, instead of that gift, this is what I truly need. Ooh, we got, oh boy. So we have the King of Pentacles showing up here. And he's attached to the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. You know, it's weird because it's almost like I'm feeling the same scenario I felt earlier. It's like you're meeting this king or queen while you were out doing something. I almost feel like you're at like a Home Depot. Because it feels like you're out This is weird. It's like you're out, I don't know, shopping for flooring or like backsplash, something to improve your material world. And bam, here's this king or queen, Earth. For some, it could be a Libra or a Gemini. I feel like this is exactly what you need. I feel like for you, who I'm talking to, it's like your material world is good. You're good, you know? Like you're happy where you live. You're making improvements, and it brings you a sense of joy. You know, it just feels like you're happy. And here's the icing on the cake. Because not only do I feel like you fall in love, I feel like there's marriage. Down the road, of course, but there's marriage. Boy, my cards are getting so beat up. I just noticed that. Well, they've been getting beat up, but... Okay, so for some of you, this new person who you meet at like a Home Depot, doesn't have to be Home Depot, but you are at a place where you are buying something for the home. So you already know this. You know what you need and like where you were going to go, that kind of thing. Just expect the unexpected, okay? Expect the unexpected. And don't let your fear, again, stop you from going forward. Cancer, you have such beautiful hearts, but you do sometimes let fear hold you back from emotion. And it's because your hearts are so lovely that I'm sure they've gotten tramped on a few times. Not by this person. Okay, so King of Earth, and then we have the Hermit. So for some of you, this is an actual Virgo. So it's weird. Just on that alone, we have possible Libra, possible Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, possible water sign, but I don't know. You know, and it doesn't even matter. You know, I truly don't like giving signs because I don't know. What are you going to do? Just go up and say hi. Are you the king of Pentacles? Well, we have the Queen of Swords with the Ten of Swords. And with the Three of Pentacles there too. I feel like this is you guys just not messing around anymore. For some of you, I want to say that you are recovering from an addiction. However that looks to you. But I want to tell you congratulations. I feel like it's been a long, hard road. But you stayed on it. So congratulations. Doesn't mean you haven't had falls. You haven't fallen off the wagon. That's okay. Your power is in picking yourself up and starting over. That's what you want to be proud of. But I feel like this, I feel like this may be it. Like, I want to say congratulations. I feel like if you own a company or you're a manager of a company, I feel like there are a few people who you are going to be cutting from the, you're going to be firing them, letting them go. But I feel like you feel a little guilty about it also. Listen, I feel like these people really haven't, well, uncertain self-employment. So maybe someone, this could be, I guess, the other way around. Where someone, it may be cutting you from a job. But I have to say this, if it is you, now this is not everyone, okay? So I don't want you to think everyone who's losing a job, it's because you have been lazy. No. But in this scenario here, that's exactly the reason. Because you have not, or you're either letting go of someone or you're being let go of because you haven't stepped up to the plate. Yet at the same time, I want to tell you, if this is you who's losing your job, I do feel that you're going to be okay. But I do think you need to recognize why. Why did you lose that job? Okay, well, good, because I do feel like this is, well, I mean, hello. On your birthday month, you end with the sun. Beautiful. And I have the Two of Fire with that. This could be another partnership coming together. Perhaps with the Leo. Coming together. I feel like July is just going to be a really good month for you guys. You know, I love that the Sun is your last card. And look at this, your first card is the Ten of Cups. So I feel like this is, you know, whatever you're going through. Like if you're going through struggles right now, I feel like it's going to be lifted enough. Lifted enough where you can start to change it. This is also about taking your ideas, taking your wishes, and then putting action behind them. I feel like there's success for you this month, Cancer. Not only in work, but also in love. And I have to even go back to those who were looking at that new home and going to the Home Depot. I feel like this, you know, I feel like what this is saying is, like, this is the divine at its best. This is what happens when you trust in universal flow and let go of control. Wow. Okay, guys, well, happy birthday. Be careful. You know, be careful who you wake up next to. But have fun. Have fun, guys, definitely. And, I don't know. You know, I wish I could give you a birthday gift. I just wish you all the best. I really hope you guys love July. I really feel like it's your month. So, listen, go out and seize the day. Go out and have fun. You know, don't forget about your work, but don't forget about having fun at the same time. Okay, guys, I love you. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.